Good morning, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha. I'm a full-time artist, and today's video we're going plant shopping because I really need to combat a case of the saddies, and depression kills a lot of my houseplants. So let's go get some new ones. It's currently dumping snow outside, but I really don't want to be in the house, so I'm gonna brave the storm, okay? And we're gonna go grab some plants from some like regular stores, not actually plant stores, because I don't want to drive too far. I want to stay in my neighborhood. So I'm going to focus on grocery stores and hardware stores, which honestly tend to have more affordable plant prices than your boutique plant shops. Not that I don't want to support those, I just don't have that type of money right now. So we're gonna go do some plant shopping, and then we're gonna come home and we're going to have a little funeral for a lot of the dead and struggling plants in my collection, and hopefully we'll have a beautiful new plant space in my house. Look at this snow. I don't know if you can tell on camera. You can kind of see it sprinkling down if you like look at the fence there. But I have to go clean off my car now and kind of shovel out my driveway before I head out to the store. But if you are also having a hard time with just like everything that's going on right now in the state of the world, you are not alone. And I encourage you to do something that brings you joy today. That's what I'm gonna do, because I cannot doom scroll any longer. Okay, we're at Sprouts. I do not normally shop at Sprouts. I'm a Whole Foods girly. I don't have a Whole Foods in my new neighborhood, but I will come to Sprouts occasionally for vitamins and supplements because they have a really great selection. So I've been here before, but I don't come very often. Let's head inside and see if they have some houseplants. I'm bringing my tote bags in because I am going to dome the bag over the plants so that they don't get hit with snow when I walk to my car. And I've been blasting my heat so that the car is hopefully somewhat warm and not like freezing ice cold when I get back out here, because I obviously don't want to like freeze the leaves of the plants or anything like that. So I am taking those precautions for sure. So let's go. This is the first thing I see when I walk in the door. $8 for a 4-inch plant.
I told you to let him grab them, baby girl.
Well, Sprouts was quick and easy. They did not have a huge selection, but they did have a couple things. I ended up getting 3 plants. Spent like $30. One 4-inch pot, 2 6-inch plants. One of them has like 2 really distinctive stalks in it. To me, that's 2 plants. Like, I can break that up and put them into 2 pots and have 2 plants. You get where I'm going with that? Let's head to Home Depot next. I think I'm gonna skip over Walmart. Let's head to Home Depot next because I know that they tend to have a lot of houseplants. I specifically really hope that they have like large snake plants, because I would really like a large snake plant. That's kind of my, I don't really have like a plant list I'm looking for other than that one. It's really warm in here, which is nice. Ooh, this is pretty. I love this. I have no business, so I'm gonna put it back, but I love that pot. So when I am houseplant shopping, I tend to look for items that are like have other colors in it other than green, because I have enough green plants. I want to bring a little more color into my collection. What's this? $20 for that. I hope you all know you should really be thoroughly checking your plants for pests when you purchase them. I used to have one of these. It got freaking spider mites like 7 times. And I would constantly save it, and then it would get mites again. So let's get one of these, because for the nostalgia of it all. This is $6 for this little, what even, barely a 4-inch pot. Let's see what else we can find. Look at this plant. Like, do you see that? The stems. I have never in my life seen this plant, not even on the internet. It's called a mythic jungle music alocasia. Oh, it's an alocasia, but they're all in horrific shape. Wait, I found one of those music jungle plant thingies that isn't sad. Let me show you guys a little better. Sorry, you're crooked. Look at this. Look at that. Is it focused? It's not super focused, but it has this extremely cool pattern. Got a new leaf coming in too. Yeah, I think she has to come home with me. The soil is horrible, but I do believe she has to come home with me. Okay, you guys, we scored big in Home Depot. I feel like I have plenty of plants now. Wait, why am I so zoomed in? I have plenty of plants now to cultivate some joy. So I think we should just head home. And the snow has stopped, so that's also very nice. And I even got that bigger, that like jungle music alocasia that's like really pretty. They gave it to me for 50% off because it's like kind of raggedy. Love that for me. All right, I'm back at home and I'm going to go ahead and gather up all of the dead plants in the house and bring them to the table so that we can get them composted and maybe repot some of the new things that I've got. Let me show you guys my shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sad / dead houseplants. And there's something to say about how your mental health 100% will reflect the space around you when you aren't in a space to really even take care of yourself or care about pouring into yourself. It's really hard to do that for others. Now, I used to be a really avid plant lover and plant collector, but like 3 or 4 years ago I just stopped buying plants and was just focusing on caring for like the 30 or so that I have. So many have died and gone to the grave since, and so my collection really is not that big anymore, or it doesn't even, maybe it just doesn't feel very big because my space is bigger. Like, I'm no longer in an apartment, I'm in a house now, so they're all spread out all over. It doesn't feel as jungly as it used to. And I kind of miss that, to be honest. So I'm excited to get all of this cleared out so that we can bring in the new things. Let's start with these dead snake plants. These three guys right here. I believe I poisoned them somehow when I was watering them because they all died at the same time. And I have a fourth tiny snake plant that half of it died, but it bounced back and so it grew back. These did not grow back. I think there was something in my watering can that they did not like. And so we have to say bye to these guys.
Thank you.
This is a quartz crystal. My husband puts his rocks and crystals into the houseplants all the time. But I got my compost bin here. So let's get this stuff out of here. Look, it's so sad. Look how sad that is. Yeah, she's not coming back. And with these, I think I want to just go ahead and like dump the soil as well, just because I don't know what compound was in that watering can that killed these plants, and it may still be in the soil. So I don't want to keep it. Literally in the middle of me showing you guys these dead plants and cleaning them out, the camera decided to stop recording. So I think maybe you missed some of the funerals, but there's no turning back now. I'm sorry. But I have cleared out 7 out of the 10 pots to be reused for new friends. The next 3 plants I have aren't necessarily dead, but they are struggling a bit. So I'm just going to give them an assessment. Why is this so incredibly heavy? I'm going to give them an assessment and figure out what's going on. This prayer plant was doing really well, but then I went out of town for the holiday for a few weeks and she got sad. But I had put sphagnum moss in this pot because the prayer plant likes to be really moist. And so me living in an extremely dry climate, I was finding it hard to keep this guy alive until I put the sphagnum moss on it, and then it started to thrive. But then she started to feel sad again. So let's see what's going on under this moss. It's so moist and gross. I think I watered it recently, that's why it's heavy. All right, do you see how dark it is? This is the sphagnum moss, but it has, I think, deteriorated a lot over the last year. The plant is still alive and healthy though, because there's a new leaf wanting to come out. So I think I'm just going to redistribute this moss around. I'm removing the coral for now because I don't know if the coral is actually being of help at all. And let's go ahead and let's cut all of these dead bits off and remove all the dead stuff. To start anew. And even the plants that are, like even the leaves that are alive, they're curled up like this. I cannot think for the life of me what this means, but I know this means something, so I'm gonna have to go Google it. Because that's no bueno. Okay, this is what we have left.
Oh my gosh! She's bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair!
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic because she was looking quite full just a couple months ago. But this plant is extremely resilient. I have faith that she will bounce back and be bigger and better than ever. When I first got this plant, I truly could not keep it alive. I've had it for, oh my gosh, I don't know, 5 years, 4 or 5 years. And I was so fed up that I just cut it down to the soil, because literally it would just sprout a new leaf and then die, sprout a new leaf and then die. Like, it was just not retaining its health at all. So I just cut it all down to the soil, and then I just left the pot there. And I think I had like put water in it a couple times, but then I noticed that like there was a sprout and the plant like completely grew back better than ever. So I do know that she will be okay. Next up is Arborea cola. I hope I'm saying that right. It's like this like high five plant, Arborea cola. Look at this. It used to be thriving and it has lost a lot. It's super leggy. This branch doesn't even have leaves on it anymore. Yeah, that's dead. All right. You can even tell because look, this stem is green here. Do you see how it's green and then it's turning white, and it's green and then it's turning white? Things will grow still on the green parts. So that's where I'm gonna clip them, right at the green parts. We're just gonna start fresh with this one and propagate her. And then hopefully once it reroots, I will plant the 2 stalks back together. Cool. So now we have this. Yeah, I have some vases on this dining table that I think I'm going to stick these in order for them to root. This plant's quite dusty. I think I'm gonna give it a rinse off, but it's still living because like look at that new guy. She got a new guy there. This. Okay, last but not least, in our rehab / funeral services is this what I think is also an alocasia, but I'm not sure. I really loved it because look at how fun the leaf is. But when I tell you this plant does not want to have more than 3 leaves at a time, it is so infuriating. I do not know how to get it to thrive more. I really don't. I believe I'd like to give this guy maybe some fresh soil, and maybe hopefully that'll like help it stand up a little more. We've cleaned up a lot of stuff. I'm going to move all this back and I'll bring over my bags with my new plants and we'll start assessing. I want to clean up the new plants, give them another really good look over. You want to make sure there's no funny business, no specks, no bugs, no gnats. I'm gonna judge up all of the soil and substrate, make sure nothing flies out, okay? We're gonna give the leaves a good wipe because, again, I don't want any surprises. Can we have a moment for the Groots, by the way? I have 4 of these Groot planters. I got them my cousin got them for me for Christmas a few years ago. I don't know where he got them from, but I'm sure a Google search would tell you. All right, it's show and tell time. Oh. All right, potting mix. Nothing fancy. It says it's blended for a wide variety of container plants. Good enough for me. Okay. I know some people hate Miracle-Gro. Cool. I got this one from Sprouts. We'll do Sprouts first. Got this guy from Sprouts. It was $12. It's a 6-inch pot, and there are 2 plants in here. Dracania. I don't think I've ever owned a Dracania before. The soil looks pretty good. It was recently watered. It's still moist. I am moving the soil around and no gnats or anything are flying out, so that's great. I already thoroughly checked this in the store, but I'm just giving it another once over. But I am going to wipe off all of the leaves on that guy. Next thing I got from Sprouts was this, what are you called? It says assorted foliage. I don't know the plant name for this guy. It kind of reminds me of Pink Princess. It's probably in the same family as that, but I love the stark contrast and the veining. And this is planted in like, do you see that? It's like a moss floor. Like, this reminds me of like the substrate you would use for like a bonsai, and it's not going anywhere. I don't know what that is or why it's planted like that. She is extremely root bound, so we're gonna definitely be repotting this boy. Dang, that's crazy. Do I even have a pot big enough out of these? Not really. Why does it have so many roots? It's like not even that big of a plant. It's really bizarre. We're gonna figure that out. I don't like this mossy top. Oh, that is a gnat. Die. That was definitely a gnat. I cannot stand gnats in my house. So I'm definitely gonna be changing out this soil. And if this moss top is here to like hold in moisture, I will just top it with sphagnum moss. Someone finally got out of bed. Look at her. You're so sweet to me in the mornings, and then you don't talk to me for the rest of the day. Stop. Okay. Third plant I got from Sprouts is this little fiddle leaf fig. So cute. I have a tall one upstairs in the craft room, but it is so sad and so straggly and pathetic looking, to be quite honest. I kind of want to give it a big chop and just like start over again, but I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, maybe I will. Not today in this video, but maybe I will. We're gonna give these leaves a good wiping as well. They look really good. I didn't see anything to be concerned about on them for the most part. So yeah, it's a ficus and it likes bright and direct light. We love that. Okay, Home Depot haul. I got some really cool things at Home Depot. Okay, let's start with this pretty one. It's a Mammy Croton. That name is honestly so sketch. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I love the red and yellow hues in it, and I love how the leaves are like curly. Look at Jason. Can see you through the little window. I love how the leaves are like kind of curly. It's really pretty. And then I did leave with the gold dusted croton. This is a very nostalgic plant for me. I am happy to have another one in my collection. They're really pretty and they can get really big, so I'm excited about this one. This one is called a Kelp Grove Hoya. I really like Hoyas. I have a really big one in my collection already, but I inherited it very large because I had a neighbor in my apartment building that moved out and gave it to me. And then last but not least, we have this really cool, what the heck was it called? Jungle music alocasia. Like, come on. The stems look like something out of a freaking fantasy movie, sci-fi movie or something. It's in kind of rough shape. The cashier gave it to me 50% off. I did not ask for a discount either. I was just telling her, like, giving her a heads up that like this was the only one that was halfway decent, and like the other 3 they had back there were pretty much completely dead. And so luckily there was like a manager standing nearby and like overheard me and offered me 50% off, and I was like, oh hell yeah. So I ended up getting this for $15 instead of the $30, which is a deal. All right, I have finished cleaning all of the plants. I took a little break to let my camera charge, but the snow has picked back up again and now it's snowing again. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but some flurries are starting to fall. Oops, we left those cushions outside. Oh well.
It was nice yesterday. It was warm. I should have known it was going to snow.
Yep, it happens every time. I'm not sure what that phenomenon is about, but it's a thing. So yeah, I am ready to pot up some of these items. Let me put you on the tripod. Hi, hello, okay, are we in focus? I'm kind of hot. This sweatshirt, though on theme, has gotta go, because I'm kind of warm. Okay, all of the things are ready. Let me get some of this stuff just out of the way. We'll work some at a time. And I definitely am like making a list of some things that I want to address in the spring. Like when I was walking around collecting all of the sad dead stuff, I was noticing like some stuff could use an up pot, and I actually don't have many large pots, so I think I'm gonna add that to my estate sale list to see if I can find some at estate sales, because that's always a good move. Like I got something crazy like 10 really large pots for my garden outside, $2 each at an estate sale, and it had soil in them, which was such a steal. And even the estate sale man was like, when he was helping me load my car, he went to like tip one of the buckets. I was like, don't you dump that dirt out. He was like, oh, you want the dirt too? And I was like, yeah. And then he kind of gave me kind of a side eye because like he did not price them for also including the soil, so I feel like he thought I was kind of like ripping him off. That's not my problem. Sorry, guy. All right, let's start with the clippings. The Arbiolia, I forget what the heck that plant's called, this guy. Let's get these clippings. So I've had these pothos in water rooting for quite some time. Like, look at that. That's intense. Where's this root even coming from? Okay. I think this guy needs to be shortened a bit. Let's snip her here. And I think maybe we put it inside of Groot. We can give Groot some like extensions. Yeah, we'll put the pothos in Groot. I probably should have clipped them higher, but I was not thinking in advance, for real. was like, okay. I'm gonna put fresh water in these so that we can pop these bad boys in, and they'll live on the dining table while they root. Adorable. I also got these crystal little bud vases at an estate sale a few years ago, and I love them. I think they're so pretty. Finished repotting all of the ones that are going to be repotted. This one I think may have been the only one I didn't repot because it is in a nursery pot that's inside of another pot and it's not root bound like the other ones, so I'm going to leave it like this for now. I think that in the spring I'm going to do another round of up potting and plant maintenance, and like my first round of fertilizing and stuff when that makes sense in the spring. Plants are normally dormant during the winter. It's not always the case, but normally they are, so I don't want to stress them out too much. But yay. We love it here. It's so nice. I am already all cleaned up. I already wiped up the table and vacuumed the floor and stuff. So I'm going to redistribute these guys back around the house and enjoy them in my little interior jungle. I also have like this stack of pots that ended up not getting used, which just means we're more room for more plants. Duh. But I am looking forward to seeing how all of these grow and develop in my space, and I'll do some check-ins just in case anyone's curious. But I feel like I'm back on my plant game, and I love that for me. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe you watched it while, I don't know, doing something that made you happy, knitting, cleaning, something. Hopefully I was able to keep you company. But let me know which one of my new plants are your favorite, because they're all really unique and beautiful to me. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.